So guys, this was an amazing performance. I absolutely love this song. And I guess what we want to know a bit more is you manage media all by yourself. What advice would you give to someone who's basically starting off in social media? Like
to not do it all by themselves. No, I'm just kidding. That's not actually what I would recommend. But I mean, if you can manage it yourself, I think it's good. Mm-hmm. You know, it's better to be like really personal with people and to connect on that sort of level. Mm-hmm. But it really can. It is a full-time job, and it does really take over your life if you're not careful.
Yes.
That makes sense. What did you want to ask me about that exactly?
Well, as in, when do you think it's the right time to hire help?
I'm not really sure. I mean, I think like I could technically be at that point, but I'm just, you know, it's still really important for me to feel like I'm personally connected to people. It's just that it's getting to be too many people to try to be personally connected to. But so I haven't really figured out a solution for you know, finding a balance between the two, like having someone help me with stuff, but me still being active on it. So I don't really know the right answer for that. I think as long as you can do it yourself and plan and schedule it in advance so that it doesn't, you know, interrupt your life all the time, and stay, I don't know what the word is, objective, stay like kind of disconnected from it a bit, like emotionally, because it can it can really mess with your head. Like, you know, all these studies that have been done on social media and how it like can affect your psyche kind of. Yeah. Like it's true, you know, and it's awful because I feel like a lot of what I'm trying to do with my Instagram account especially is to do the opposite of that. Tell kids not to let these things get to them, not to let stuff take over their life, not to let it consume them, not to be perfectionistic, not to do, you know, all of these mistakes that I made as a kid and a teenager growing up. You know, I'm trying to really encourage students to find joy, humor, inspiration in the music and not make it too much of a clinical thing, because it's really easy for it to turn into that. And the problem is social media is the exact same way. Mm-hmm. So like it can start out as a fun, joyous, inspirational kind of thing, but it can very quickly turn into just analytics, you know, checking the number, like all this affecting your emotions, like all it's so true. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting how like similar the two things are, you know, art and social media and being a performer. So, you know, you have to kind of try to disconnect yourself from it a little bit, which is ironic because the whole thing is about connecting.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, that's why I struggle.
Not to be dependent on it, but use it as a tool to connect with real people. Yeah.
Right. So, you know, I guess what you have to think is to take all the positive stuff you can get from it, and then to you have to work really hard to not let the negative side of it affect you. You know, that I could go on all day about
the side effects of social media.
Well, that, but I could go on all day about strategies for growing your social media accounts. You know, I can tell you, I can talk myself blue in the face about hashtag strategies, or how to edit your posts, or the kind of color schemes to use, or the timing, or analytics, or schedulers. Like I can go on and on and on about all of this, but you know, I hesitate to, because that is the clinical side of it that is not as, that's the part of it that can take over your life in a bad way.
Yeah.
And it's hard because that's also what's necessary usually for it to grow. You know, so I think if, like I said before, you have to kind of find a balance. You have to make sure you post good content and post consistently, interact and engage with people, but try to make it about those connections, about real about real people, about real information, about wanting, for me, it's about wanting to help others and give them information that I wish I had growing up as a young artist.
Yep.
Because I don't want people to have to struggle and suffer through a lot of the things that I did. So that's the kind of information that I try to share on there. Mm-hmm. And that's how my account really started. I think when it got to be tricky was when I did actually start getting real work from Instagram, because I had conductors or different people approach me and wanting to, collaborate with me or hire me for concerts or things like that. Then it became tricky because suddenly it was about work, and suddenly it was about, providing income for me to live. So then I'm like trying to do these two, that's when it started taking over my life a little bit, and it started becoming more problematic, because then I was even busier with more work, and then I was trying to maintain the social media account, and it just it kind of became a runaway train a little bit.
Right.
But I've been finding a balance with it. I think everyone will probably go through that phase where they realize that it's becoming an issue for them, and they just have to decide, like, I'm going to continue with this, but figure out how to do it differently, or I'm going to stop because it's destroying my life, or I'm going to continue and it's fine, So I think everyone kind of has a different.
I think a great person on this is Gary Vee. I follow Gary Vee, and he says basically, you have to stop obsessing over, what people would want to watch, and make it true about your passion. Make it about what makes you happy, and just if violin or music or whatever, like collecting stickers is your biggest passion, just do it, right? And people will follow because of that true passion. And it doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be edited, doesn't have to be the ideal color scheme, whatever. So you have to just start putting things out there, right? Overcoming your fears of being judged, and just go for it. And social media got us in touch.
True. I've met a lot of people because of Instagram and social. I mean, it's been a real blessing to me. So I don't want it to, I don't want to sound like I'm, being a downer about it. But it's just, I want people to know the reality of it. That it's not all.
There's another side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really difficult.
I actually wonder, your collaboration with 92 Keys, did you guys meet on social media, or did you just collaborate?
Kind of. It was kind of a mix of social media and real in-person connections. A violinist who used to play with 92 Keys is actually one of my personal friends. She grew up in Fort Worth. Her name's Krista, and so we were kind of like connected that way, but I think he also knew me from social media, so it was like it was a little bit of both for that one.
Nice. So the track you guys heard was today playing Rolling in the Deep, Adele. It's by Chloe Trevor and Trevor Looks, so two Trevors in one video. My favorite moment was that freeze frame. It was just epic. Yeah, I don't know how
I don't know how he did it. I mean, I know how he did it, like standing there and watching him do it, but I have absolutely no idea how he did it.
It's mind blowing. I sent it to my producer. We're gonna decode it.
Okay.
Okay, that's so fantastic. Well, Chloe, I'm so glad to have you here today. Thank you so much for sharing your amazing passion, your just, life purpose in music, and bringing people together and creating a Chloe Trevor Music Academy. So guys, if you are looking to apply to the Academy, it's not too late yet. We still have a few days. Go ahead to chloetrevormusicacademy.org, fill out an application. If you just want to support, go ahead. I did that actually. I sent them some money, so don't tell anyone I did.
Thank you.
So just, show your support. We need more programs like these, genuine, heartfelt, and intense, super active programs that you can actually learn and become an artist throughout, if you wish. So you can also find Chloe on Facebook at Chloe Trevor Violin, YouTube at Unicorn Stars.
If you put Chloe Trevor,
you can find
Chloe Trevor, it works.
You'll find, absolutely, You can
I put the vanity, whatever it's called, the vanity URL on there, so you go to Chloe Trevor, it works, because I made that account when I was like, 15.
Nice.
So.
Well, unicorns are cool still.
Yes.
So we can also find Chloe on her website, chloetrevor.com. You can, most importantly, follow her on Instagram at Chloe Trevor _violin or Chloe Trevor music. Oh my God, I keep messing up that
It's
one.
okay.
Sorry. Chloe Trevor Music Academy.
Academy.
Yeah, so go ahead, send in your questions about the application. Just check out videos about the camp, check out the amazing instructors they have this year, and go ahead, apply. So thank you, Chloe, so much. I do have a little sort of thing, like we do like to have fun, and I know it's 10 p.m., so I'm kind of like out of my mind too, but why don't we do this? I think we should do this. So there's a little game we play on our show. Like you have to answer your questions really, really fast. So it's like it's sort of like rapid fire, except you only have 1 minute to answer 10 questions. So they're not like super important questions. Most of them are silly. So why don't we try it? Okay. So I got my timer here somewhere. Yes. Actually, let's test. I think I am able to play it while I'm talking to you. Tell me if you can hear the timer. 30-second countdown. Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Okay,
no.
Never mind. But can you hear me talk while I'm playing it?
I think so.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, we can do this. Okay, guys? Okay, let me set up. Are we ready? Okay, are you ready? So you're gonna have 10 questions, 6 seconds to answer each one of them. Are you ready? Okay. Let's go. Ready? 2, 1. Okay. At what age did you pick up violin?
When I was 2.
Okay. What's your dog's name?
Kimiko.
Woo! How old is your violin?
Oh my gosh, like 244 years.
Wow.
Something. I don't remember.
Okay. What motivates you? Short answer.
All the students that I work with in the summers.
All right. Which YouTuber you just can't stop watching?
Oh dear. I don't know.
We're like halfway through. Okay. Your favorite pieces to perform? Name 3.
Tropical Violin Concerto number 1, Sarah Pompeano number 1, and Prokofiev Violin.
Awesome. Name 3 people you admire.
Johan, and Amy Hansen.
Okay, dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Okay, name 3 musicians you follow on Instagram. We ran out of time. What are the 3 musicians that you follow on Instagram that are your favorite?
Obviously Hilary Hahn, and who else do I like on there? Tessa Lark, and
she's great.
Ross Holmes is also awesome.
Woohoo! Amazing. So we didn't make it in time because the answers were just too big. Okay, but that's it. You made it. So we got to know a little bit more about your day in life, about your passion, about your music. And so yeah, guys, I guess what would you say before you go? Just a little sort of, piece of wisdom, piece of advice for any young musician trying to share their music in the world today. What's the one thing you would share with us?
To just really make sure that you're always staying true to yourself and doing what makes you happy as a musician, and don't feel like you're confined to any one particular path as a musician. I felt like that was my trouble growing up, was I felt like there was only one option.
Right.
And if I didn't do that, then I was a failure. But as we get into like this technological age, there's more and more options as musicians, which is really cool. Like, Instagram and stuff didn't even exist when I was growing up.
Yeah.
So just, always keep an open mind and just always be learning, but, mostly just stay true to yourself and always believe in yourself that you can do what you want to accomplish.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Well, thank you so much, Chloe. It's been such an inspiration. I'm like red in the face because I've learned so much. So I would love to connect in a few months, and you can tell us all about this year at the Academy and all the amazing experiences you guys had. So absolutely, we'd love to have you back to hear more about your upcoming projects and amazing, musical endeavors. So thank you so much. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This was Chloe Trevor, the amazing, mesmerizing concert violinist and a super passionate instructor in the world of music. So we will see you guys next week with more amazing guests. Can't wait. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thanks.
Bye.
That's all, folks. If you like Iron Fiddle songs, download them at ViraBurmenko.com/music. See you next time.